I want to add a polygon to the map. I create a variable called polygon, and then I use the function l.polygon, and I define the coordinates that I'm going to use. I already have a set of coordinates that I intend to use so that I don't take a lot of time typing them. Once that is done, I make sure I use the add to map method. I'm just save the JavaScript file, and I'm going to load the HTML, and we have a polygon. Next, I'm going to add a line. Next, we're going to create a variable, and then I'm going to add coordinate. And these coordinates are what I'm going to use to create the line. So I'm going to create a variable called polyline. And then inside it, I'm going to use the l.polyline function, and I'm going to pass this coordinate. There's also the option of defining the color of the line. And finally, you use the add to and pass the map object you want the line added to. I just want to load my HTML web page again. This is the line created. Next, I want to group the marker and the polygon into a layer group. To do that, I create a variable again and then use the function l.layerGroup. I want to add the variable marker and polygon. And then I want to also create the option of changing this base map. So currently I'm just using the OpenStreetMap image.png image, but I want to add another option. And to do that, I'm going to define a variable name. I'm going to define two base maps. So the first one, I'm going to call it, it's basically a dictionary with keys. So the key here is base map. And then I'll call the method l.tileLayer and pass the link to the initial base map. And then we add the attribution. Next, I'm going to create the second option of the base map. I'm going to call it topo map, and still going to use the l.tileLayer. I'll just copy this and edit the address because it's pretty similar. And then put the attribution. I'll change it to open topo map. That's good enough. Can add the maximum zoom and say maybe 19 is the maximum zoom. Next, I'm going to create a variable that will reference the base map and the markers and polygons. And then I'll reference the markers layer variable as the value. And then here we'll have the red line online, and I'll reference the polyline. So I'm going to refresh my map. There's something missing. Let me go back to my code. I'm missing something important, very important. So I need to add them to the map. And how to do that? I'll use a function called l.control.layers. And then I'm going to add the base maps. And then I'm going to also add this. The whole logic is for me to be able to toggle between the different base maps that are defined in this variable and also the polygon marker and lines. And the most important bit is using the add_to method to define the map object where the control will be added. Now we have the control here. The base map is the default. And if I select topo, the base map changes as shown. The marker and polygons are the default, and then you can add the line. Another function that I will like to add is a mouse event, whereby when any part of the map is clicked, the coordinate of that part of the map is showcased. And how I'm going to do that is call the map object and then use the on method. And I say that if the map is clicked, and I'm going to pass an event, I'm going to create a variable called coordinates. When a click event happens, the lat long will be stored in this variable. And then I'm going to call a function called l.popup, and this will help us display the coordinate. So I'm going to say set lat long coordinates variable, and then I'm going to use the set method to define the pop-up I want the user to see. And then coordinates variable dot long open on the map object. So let me just load our map again. So any part of the map that is clicked, the coordinates of the section clicked are displayed.